Now at 6, this story made national headlines last month, and now new footage reveals the tense moments just before a Border Patrol officer opened fire, shooting and wounding 2 people in southeast Portland. We're taking you through it second by second.
Plus, students in the Colton School District are expected to return to class this morning after a surge in illnesses among students and staff forced them to close yesterday. What the superintendent is telling kids who are still feeling sick coming up.
And could kids in different grade levels soon be sharing a classroom? In just a few minutes, our Thomas Schultz joins us to explain why more schools are choosing to combine age groups. Good morning, and thank you for joining us on your Tuesday. I'm China Green.
And I'm Matthew Herchick. We'll get straight over to Rod Hill and Chris McGinnis, who are standing by with a look at the weather and traffic this morning.
Hey, good morning, and not a bad start. We are foggy out there, but temperatures are above freezing, so we're not concerned about freezing fog in our local area that can produce some slick spots. But everything that's shaded is some reduced visibility. Again, the densest fog right now being reported is crossing the Columbia River, especially over on the, or mainly on the I-5 side, I should say. There's a half a mile visibility down in Salem. And here's that Vancouver that springs to the waterfront camera. Again, when I drove in early this morning from Southwest Washington, it was really foggy and you cannot see the interstate bridge. So that's absolutely dense fog there, 41 degrees. But you come into Portland, you get through Delta Park, and then visibility starts to improve. And the Rose City, again, well above freezing, currently sitting at 40 degrees. All right, our day moving forward. Partly sunny skies coming up. It looks like we'll have fog, and then the fog will lift, and then we'll have some cloudiness spilling in off the Pacific, but all dry, 52 at noon, and we could be looking at mid to upper 50s this afternoon when the kids get out of school. Here's Chris.
Comfortable stuff. All right, Rod, back to your point about the fog. You saw it around the Interstate Bridge. This is a different perspective near Jansen Beach. The headlights there on southbound I-5 slipping through that fog, and again, to Rod's point, it does get lighter the closer to downtown you get. On the other side of town, I-5 through Tualatin, still zipping along just fine. No fog seen down there, and you can see we're rolling along at a speed limit clip as we are over on the Sylvan Hill as well. Highway 26 looks pretty good. So far, guys, no major freeway trouble out there just yet. We're off to a good start.
Chris, thank you. When our top story this morning, and one that made national headlines last month, we've obtained new surveillance video capturing the critical moments leading up to a Border Patrol agent opening fire in southeast Portland.
The shooting left 2 people in a pickup truck wounded, and the driver now facing criminal charges. Investigative reporter Kyle Aboshi breaks down what happened and what comes next.
Never before seen video obtained by KGW shows the January 8th shooting involving U.S. Border Patrol in southeast Portland. The video, captured by nearby security cameras, has no audio, and we've zoomed in to show the incident. According to investigators, a federal officer shot a man and a woman after the truck they were in repeatedly rammed a Border Patrol vehicle. According to court records, federal agents were conducting targeted enforcement operations when they spotted the driver, Luis Nino Moncada, and his passenger, Yorlins Betsabeth Zambrano Contreras, in southeast Portland. The video shows federal agents in 4 unmarked vehicles making a traffic stop in the parking lot of an Adventist Health medical office. Nino Moncada, driving the red truck, pulls into a parking spot. Federal officers approach. Agents say after identifying themselves, Nino Moncada backs up, ramming their unoccupied rented federal vehicle. The video shows Nino Moncada driving his truck forward and then in reverse. Several officers told investigators they were fearful for their safety. A Border Patrol agent fired 2 rounds into the driver's side window, according to investigators. After the shots were fired, Nino Moncada drove off and called 911 for help.
That was Kyle Aboshi reporting. Homeland Security says Nino Moncada and Zambrano Contreras both entered the U.S. illegally from Venezuela. Zambrano Contreras pleaded guilty to entering the U.S. illegally and was sentenced to a year of probation. Nino Moncada remains behind bars while awaiting trial on charges that include aggravated assault of a federal officer.
More developments following last weekend's demonstration outside Portland's ICE facility. New video obtained by KGW shows the scene on Saturday afternoon as federal agents deployed tear gas while responding to individuals they say entered restricted government property. This was the view from LaShonda Shaver's 5th floor apartment across the street. She says that the gas filled her home.
Having a really hard time breathing and trying to just get air in because I was choking and coughing on tear gas. They don't seem to care that we are just trying to survive in our homes when they are using these tactics. I mean, deploying these munitions, these chemical irritants and those flashbangs right next to our home, and we are not doing anything.
Outside the Gray's Landing apartment building, damage can be seen where a projectile broke a third-floor window. Reach Community Development, the organization that owns the building, has filed a lawsuit against the federal government, seeking to restrict the use of tear gas, saying it poses risks to residents' health and safety.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem now says all DHS field officers will be wearing body cameras in Minneapolis. That follows growing calls for accountability after federal agents shot and killed 2 people. In the latest shooting, the killing of ICU nurse Alex Preddy, DHS has confirmed there is body-worn camera video, though it has not been released. This comes as the House is set to vote today on a Senate-passed package to fund most of the government.
In Clackamas County, schools in the Colton School District will reopen this morning after they were closed yesterday so staff could deep clean.
This comes as the flu has been going around and numerous students and staff have been forced to stay home sick. The uptick in illnesses all began 2 weeks ago during the Martin Luther King holiday. The Oregon Health Authority says statewide about a quarter of those getting tested for the flu are testing positive. In Colton, students have been coming to school not feeling well or calling in sick with symptoms like fevers, sore throats, and nausea. The district superintendent says this is the highest number of students out that he's seen in recent years.
We like to have kids at school, but predominantly we want them to be safe and keep all staff and their peers safe. So it's important that parents are aware of that, and we want our students to be at school when they're 100%, and if they're running fevers or feeling malaise or unwell, we like them to stay home.
Luckily, yesterday's missed school day will not need to be made up. The district says it plans for enough days just in case school gets canceled.
New this morning, a big change taking shape in classrooms across our area. More and more schools are turning to an unusual solution, combining 2 grade levels into a single classroom.
Sunrise reporter Thomas Schultz joins us live from Beaverton School District headquarters. So Thomas, why are school districts doing this?
Yeah, guys, the bottom line is that many of them are dealing with budget cuts and trying to figure out the best way to continue to teach students as well as they can, while also dealing with smaller budgets. We're seeing this in Beaverton, Hillsborough, Salem, Kaiser, and other school districts all across Oregon. And experts say this idea to have blended classes is not new. I spoke to Andy Saltz, the dean of Lewis and Clark's Graduate School of Education. He says private and rural schools have been blending classes for years. What that means is that, for example, 1st and 2nd graders or 4th and 5th graders may be taught in the same class by the same teacher. Salt says these classes can work as long as teachers are experienced and able to handle the 2 age groups simultaneously. He also thinks this will become more common as fewer and fewer kids enter the school system.
We'll hear more about it as an option that school boards are considering. We have declining enrollments, and most of the demographers that I've talked with have said, our school age population will continue to decline for the next 5 to 10 years.
Now, Salt says this can be a viable option for those cash-strapped school districts as long as they have experienced, knowledgeable teachers. He also says it works best for your younger kids, kids who are maybe in 1st or 2nd grade. Once you get to 4th and 5th grade and higher grade levels from that, he says there's standards and grading that it's just harder to do this kind of teaching with those older kids. Guys.
Thomas, thank you. All right, your time now is 6:09. Before we get back to Rod and your local forecast, taking a live look from our Providence Park Skycam. The Timbers kick off the regular season on the 21st at home against Columbus. The Thorns start their season on the road against Washington Spirit on March 13th.
And let's head over to Rod for a look at the forecast. Listen, we hope the Timbers have a great season. We just hope that home opener doesn't.
I'm sorry?
Play Columbus.
I'm playing. Oh, this guy. This guy's still rooting for his old home team. This is your new home team.
MLS's first team ever.
Boo.
We're the
Is that right?
We're the OGs, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
first,
that.
Yeah,
All
first
right.
team ever announced by MLS, yep.
Little
Who's
history
we?
lesson. Thank you. Now be quiet.
Listen, I'm a part of the fan base, so I am part of the team as well.
Okay, well, we're working on that.
Wow, self-proclaimed. All right. Hey, the coast. Oh, my goodness gracious. Most of you at the beach, including Seaside, we're looking live right now, expected to see high temperatures right up to about 60 degrees today. There won't be much wind. You will see a partly cloudy morning, and you might become overcast this afternoon, or you will at least see increasing cloudiness, but warming up nicely at the coast. Here in the valley, it's going to be a good day as well. We're starting off above freezing. We do have foggy areas. You can see a mix of temperatures, generally upper 30s to low 40s. A little bit cooler down in Salem, where it's now dropped down to 35 degrees. But again, everybody's above freezing this morning. Winds are light. Here's the forecast. There will be clouds spilling in, but still expecting 60-degree numbers at the coast. Mid to upper 50s up and down I-5 today, 50s out in the gorge, including Hood River. Bend could be 60 today, partly cloudy skies, and then you've got sunshine out east. It's currently above freezing up over the Cascade Passes, where it will be a dry day up there as well. All right, our 7-day forecast. This is a dry run today through Friday. Overnight lows generally just getting into the 30s, highs up into the 50s. We have east winds that will be picking up coming into East Multnomah County during the day today. The next chance of rain arrives the PM hours of Saturday, and then we've got some rain at times Sunday and showers into Monday. And again, I hope this turns out, but there are signs that next week we could have several systems dropping snow below Cascade Pass level, which we need. Back to you.
All right, those skiers and boarders are trusting you, Rod.